Surprise! We decided to do a special edition of Cooking with Grandma Betty tonight.
Hey!
And the reason is because it looks like Grandma Betty's going to head back to North Carolina early in the week. So I was feeling kind of sad about that and said we need to do at least one more cooking show. So tonight we're doing vegetable soup for dinner, which is really simple.
And cornbread, the big red thing.
And a redo of the cornbread with normal sort of ingredients.
Almost normal. We're going to use goat milk.
Yeah. So who made vegetable soup like this? Was it your mom?
Mama. This is the way Mama made vegetable soup, you know. She didn't pour cans of different things in it or anything like that. And you got me too close there.
Okay.
Cans of all kinds of stuff. We just use, these are the ingredients.
Okay, here we go.
Onions and cabbage and potatoes. And you
Pretty basic.
cut them up. And you probably always know how to do it. Everybody. And sometimes you can put extra vegetables like carrots, or some people put all kind in it. Sometimes you can just make vegetable soup using leftovers in your refrigerator. But if you do, it doesn't taste like my mama's.
So what do you think is unique about the way Grandma Simpson made it and the way that you do vegetable soup?
Just the way I always had it, so I like it. I don't
Is
know.
it is it
I
the
don't put any
cabbage?
meat on it or anything like that. You put cabbage, onions, and potatoes.
That's pretty simple. Oh, but also in tomatoes, right?
Yeah, tomatoes.
Only one can. We have a can of tomatoes.
Or if you're lucky enough to have homemade canned tomatoes, you know, a quart of that, that's good. That's what Mom always used.
Does it matter how you chop them up?
Well, I just chop them up in hunks like this and not no a special way, just cut them up. Just get them cut up.
Not too fat.
So it doesn't look
Not too
like
skinny.
the ones you buy in the store where they're sliced with a machine. This is a person machine doing this.
A person machine. There's the person machine.
Although she probably made hers smoother and prettier than mine.
Well, we may actually show the cornbread making on here too if my phone's battery lasts. I just thought it'd be fun to do this tonight. We may try our hand at the taffy again and show y'all a better result. We'll see. If we have the energy after church tomorrow, we may do taffy again.
But we're not going to church. We have church in the dining room.
Yeah, we're just going to the dining room for church.
And we washed our hands already. And
True,
just
true.
Slice your onion. Of course, I've already peeled these things. Or maybe Melissa did.
No, I did. I haven't contributed anything. I'm just watching you work.
Well, that way you know what happens. You get to wash the dishes then.
Okay, I can do that. That's kind of the deal around here. Mike and Mama have been cooking and I've been washing the dishes.
If it's a really hard job for her since she has a dishwasher.
Hey Teslin, we're making vegetable soup. It's real simple. Making it the way my grandma made it, and my mom, obviously. Which is just simple with, it's a crushed tomato base with adding potatoes and cabbage and onions. Simple, simple.
You cook your potatoes and cabbage, onions. I put mine. Oh, I already made a mistake. Mom always cooked her cabbage and onions first and then put her potatoes in it.
Whoops.
Oh, well.
Hey Stephanie. Hey Pamela. Hi Leslie. All the
Stephanie,
way
that's
out
Stephanie
in
Simpson.
Colorado.
Is that
Yes, Stephanie Simpson.
Okay, Stephanie, if you could send us some of those homemade biscuits you made today down here real quick, that would be good with this. Because Mom always made homemade biscuits with soup. But Melissa likes cornbread.
I do. I like cornbread with my soup. I've got my goat milk ready over there.
For the cornbread.
Leslie, I would love to see you do a video with Aunt Floyd cooking. She's an awesome cook. We love her so much.
Is that somebody way in Colorado?
It is.
Oh. Hello there.
And Teslin that moved out to Boise. She's here too. How is Boise?
Is it noisy in Boise?
Oh. Hi Pam, I saw you when I was walking yesterday. Sorry I didn't stop and chat. I was in some kind of a mood yesterday, but you're doing great work in your front yard. Have you guys been getting out and walking your neighborhoods? And in the isolation period, we're still allowed to get out and walk. It's so good for your health to get out and exercise.
So wear your mask
Did you walk today, Mom?
in the backyard, but you had neighbors on both sides looking at me.
Mom is embarrassed to walk around out in the backyard. She thinks the neighbors think she might be nuts.
Crazy walking around and around. Like she doesn't know where she's going. You know, like a escape from somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe Sarah will see the video and you can tell her you're not nuts. You're just walking in circles because you don't want to go out on the sidewalk
That's right.
with all the germy Exmoor people.
Well, I did hear that you could get off the soles of your shoes, you know.
Goodness. Well, we've gotten a better habit of taking our shoes off at the door these days, which
Except
is
somebody doesn't.
who? You. Yeah, Mom doesn't obey the house rules of taking the shoes off. I can't say that Mike and I always do, but we try to. Hey, Teresa Etheridge. I hope you're doing well. We're making vegetable soup the way my grandma used to make. And Mama is just working and working on this cabbage. She's cut up some potato and some cabbage, and she's got some onion. And we're doing a little Friday night cooking video for fun.
Giving Mike a break, too.
Yeah, because Mike has been slaving cooking for us all the time. And he's had a busy day, and so we thought we would actually cook dinner. We've cooked a couple of times together for dinner, but usually we just like to play in the afternoons and make the kitchen messy. But it looks like Mom is going to head back to North Carolina early in the week, so we're
Y'all all come to see me.
yeah, we're kind of sad that she's going to be leaving us to go back to her home. And from what I hear, grandchildren are only going to be allowed porch visits. Isn't that right, Mama?
That's what you said.
That's what all the siblings said.
Yeah, but guess what? When I get home, guess who's the boss?
I don't know. My elder siblings will probably be over there nosing at what you're doing.
Okay, well, I'm going to obey the rules, don't worry about it.
But she is being set free from Minder Manor soon, probably Tuesday.
I think it's like being on a cruise ship. 3 meals a day, you don't have to work. Pretty nice.
We've enjoyed having you here, Mama. I'm going to miss
Enjoyed-
you a
I've
lot.
enjoyed going to see the ocean and the whatever that is, wharf or waft or whatever it is.
What?
You know, whatever you go
The
to.
waft. The wharf. We go to Morley's Wharf to see the sunset as often as we can. We're not there tonight, though. It's about time for the sunset
It's
here on the
pretty.
East Coast.
Ordinarily, she'd be saying, let's go, and you have to hurry up and stop what you're doing and jump in the car and go.
She hasn't got up with me to see a sunrise yet, though.
Nope. They look a little bit like sunset, don't they?
Similar.
On different sides.
I make pictures and share them, so she still gets to see.
Maybe a little bit
Are
more.
we about done chopping up things?
Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit more in because you can't have, if you don't have vegetable soup, you got to have stuff in it.
What do you guys put in your veggie soup? Is it just whatever's in the fridge? When I think of vegetable soup, I always expect it to be like this with lots of onions and cabbage in it. I know everybody's family has their own special way.
Well, we've never had carrots when I was at home, so Mom never put carrots in it. And, or peas or beans or any of those things.
Yeah, Mike always thinks you're supposed to put meat in everything. So Mama just don't understand the thought of meat in the vegetable soup.
That would be meat soup. There's a little story in the children's books about the village that was really poor, and then they started making bone soup. No, what was it? Rock soup?
Stone soup, I think, is what you're thinking about. Stone soup.
Stone soup. And then all the neighbors brought something, so they all had a little bit of vegetables, and they ended up having a whole bunch of stuff that's good to eat. And they all shared.
Maybe we should have Mike read that book on Friday.
Yeah, you probably have it.
Probably so.
Okay, that is cut up. I got
Yay.
a bowl full of vegetables, and I'll take them up here and see how they measure up in the bottom of the big pan. Well, that won't be as much as you've made before, but that'd be all right.
It's fine with me. It smells good.
And then
So over here we've got just a can of tomatoes and some water and salt.
And then you put water too. A little
Is
bit
that not
more.
enough?
She had 3 cups, so I'm gonna put a little bit more.
Okay. What do you guys put in your vegetable soup? You got to have tomatoes, right? That's what we're using. It's what was at Food Lion. Does anybody use fresh tomatoes in their soup? Make it take a little bit more time. We've got some tomatoes. We're just saving them for other purposes. Hi, Kim Paris and Brenda. Here comes Mom. We're making veggie soup.
Well, maybe
Real simple,
you have
easy
to have
dinner.
enough water to cover your vegetables.
I didn't get her enough water. I'm always messing something up in the kitchen. But it's good to see all of you. I've mentioned a couple of times, but we're doing a little Friday night thing for fun just because Mom is probably going to be headed back to North Carolina early in the week. So we've enjoyed doing this. It's always fun to see who gets on with us, and it's just nice to have this time shared with Mom. Catch it on video, and maybe some of the friends or family on here.
That's covered it up until it wiggled a little bit, and then you cut it on.
Now wait a minute, what was that wiggling a little bit?
Well, so you know it's not sticking on the bottom. So now if you'll cut that burner off.
And the kitchen's kind of messy down there.
I can't cook by
All right,
myself
Mama.
because I don't understand gas. Yeah, don't put it on me. There, she's cutting the stove on.
Cutting the stove on. All right, I have successfully cut on the stove.
Good. Now, you have to put salt in it, but you don't put salt in vegetables until after they cook because it makes them tougher before they cook.
Oh, okay, that's a good tip.
Well, potatoes it doesn't, but the rest of them it might. So they cook better without the salt till they start cooking,
That's good.
I think.
Hey, Kay. And Brenda, Brenda makes it with potatoes, tomatoes, corn, and green beans. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Different than everybody does it their own way. It's interesting. So this is the Grandma Simpson way, also the Grandma Betty way. And so, Mom, do you want to throw together the cornbread?
Yeah, we could.
We've
good
got
to go.
everything, I think, on the table.
We had a little bit left over, but we'll make good use of that.
Except I'm going to have to run find the fry pan. Oh, and Brenda puts carrots in hers. Whatever, veggies are good, right? Good and healthy. I hope everybody's eating healthy food to keep your immunity up. I just read an article today about how important that is. We try to stay away from canned, like store canned stuff. Homemade canned might be okay, huh? We're using just goat milk and cornmeal. Mom made this earlier.
Something to make it rise, like
Oh
baking
my,
powder or
she
soda.
might need my help because she's in my
have
cabinets.
You have.
She's in my
You
cabinets.
probably don't have soda, do you? So where'd you use bacon?
Okay.
I didn't see.
She's kind of short and she can't reach stuff in my cabinets real good.
Well, this is the Giant's house. They have,
Mama is in the home of the giants.
this is pure bacon. Okay.
Bacon powder.
Let's see here. Is this what we used before?
It is. It sure is. What did y'all have for dinner? Have you had dinner yet?
Have you got that on me now?
I do.
Well,
Of course.
away from me.
What are you looking for?
Maybe if you had some soda, you know, like baking soda.
I think I need to give Mama this phone. Can you come over here and
here
hold
it is.
this?
I'll take
Oh, she
that.
found it.
Maybe we'll try baking powder and salt like Mom always did now, instead of 'cause the
Okay,
other
she's
one
running
didn't
around my
like as much,
kitchen
I liked it,
looking for stuff.
and salt.
There you are.
Okay, here's what my mom always did. She said, put the cornmeal in there.
Has anybody made cornbread since we did the cornbread video? I know we've seen lots of pictures of biscuits. That's been so fun. And I know some people have been trying to make taffy to try to get a better result than we did.
How did it turn out, whoever did it?
Yeah, if you made some of the things we've been making, how did it turn out? Now, Brenda, I didn't understand that. Oh, Chick-fil-A for dinner. That's okay.
We don't make Chick-fil-A at this house.
There are no Chick-fil-A restaurants on the eastern shore of Virginia. It is so sad. We have a McDonald's in our town, and
Measuring spoons are over here. I'm learning what things are.
when we first moved here, there was a Burger King and a Taco Bell and a KFC, and I think we're just down to McDonald's and Subway. Yep. And we need to drive up the road to get to a Wendy's. I think we still have a Wendy's left. The food situation here is interesting. We have some really good mom and pop restaurants on the eastern shore of Virginia, though. Some really good fish places, of course, because we're by the water. And the Exmoor Diner is everybody's favorite. I think they run pretty much everybody out of business as far as the fast food goes, because they are pretty fast, especially in the mornings. But we also love to go to the Rancho Relaxo that's downtown Exmoor, which is not a Mexican restaurant. It's a nice little American bistro. Okay, what you doing, Mama?
I'm putting soda and salt. My mom used to say 2 teaspoons of soda and 1 of salt, or either she said 2 of salt and 1 of soda. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Maybe Maisie or Marlene knows.
I don't see Maisie or Marlene on here.
They're already
So we're just
They're
chancing
already
it.
on bed.
We're just chancing it about the salt and the soda here.
But I can't get this out of your shaker. How about if I do it this way?
That's fine. We never really have it all together on this cooking show, you know, because it's just real life.
2 teaspoons of baking
I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to have
powder. Salty cornbread.
salty cornbread, yeah.
Okay.
And it's late in the day. We might be kind of worn out over here, too.
The cornbread, that makes cornbread rise. You can get
Okay.
self-rising cornmeal too, you know.
So that's just yellow cornmeal. Did you put baking powder and baking soda in there?
But I would put a little bit of baking powder, just a little bit.
So you put baking soda and
And not
salt.
baking powder all the time. But I put
And you
that
know
in.
Mom doesn't really measure stuff, right?
Well, it's,
So it's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you just know, right?
well, we hope it'll turn out. And some oil. You have to put about, you have to open it for me.
Whoops, you're going to have to hold it.
We'll make it look at her for a
Say
while.
hey to people.
Hey there. Whoops, it's too far, but too close to my face. Now,
Okay. Whoops, where did y'all go?
I'm probably going to put like a fourth of a cup of bacon, of this oil. That's probably a fourth of a cup. Melissa's cream gene.
It's okay, we'll survive. I've had a lot of fun watching other people's little family cooking videos. I was watching somebody from Italy cook with her daughters the other day. I would love to see some of my Jamaican friends make us some jerk chicken if you happen to be out there seeing this. Oh, Brenda puts meat in hers. She puts hamburger meat in. Hey, Kathy. No, no, in her vegetable soup. I think. Do you put hamburger meat in your cornbread, Brenda?
No, nobody would do that, would they?
I don't know. People might do that. People do things. Kathy, we're making, okay, so we made vegetable soup. It's on the stove cooking, and Mom's throwing together some cornbread real quick. You know, we did the cornbread video a couple of weeks ago. It's just the same. Well, not exactly the same, because okay, tell them how it's different, Mom.
Well, last time we used powdered coconut milk, which did not work good.
I forgot. Yeah, that was...
It was good. Mike ate all that we didn't eat. Anyway, this time we're using goat milk.
Yeah, Mom wasn't a fan of that powdered coconut milk that I had.
Oh, we do it good for some things, but maybe not for cornbread.
But thank the Lord Jesus, we have goat milk now. Food Lion had it last time we went. Ooh.
Okay, now I'll have to have a pan and have it greased.
Oh. And David Boger, goodness. I was just talking to your wife earlier. Hi there. What'd y'all have for dinner? We're making vegetable soup and cornbread. It's classic, Southern classic food. Although I would imagine everybody all over the planet makes vegetable soup.
And they probably already had their dinner. Or they had their supper. This is supper to me. Dinner is what you eat at lunchtime, and lunch is what you take in a bag to school. Would you cut the oven on?
Yeah, I'm going to let people see the mix. And here, you hold that.
Okay.
You just want to talk to them while they...
Okay, this is cornbread here. To use self-rising, you don't have to guess at the other ingredients, but if it's plain, you have to have a 11 ingredient. Oops, I'm making you look at the leftovers there.
Oh, and I have to get the pan out, so keep talking to them. Why don't
Well,
you let them look at your face? Because
No,
people get tired
you
of
don't
looking
wanna
at that cornbread
see me.
mix, Mama. All right, that's better.
Okay, if I can hold it out far enough, you won't see my face very much. Melissa's getting out the cornbread pan. So, there she comes. She found it.
The cast iron. I'm gonna just rinse it out good.
Well, you have to dry it good or it'll stick.
Okay.
So, of course, you know you have to dry it.
Sing them the song or tell them the story, Mama.
I don't want to run them away. I don't know. The vegetable soup, though, yes, when I was in school, well, I don't know if many of you like tomatoes, but we're using canned tomatoes. But when we had tomatoes in the garden, well, my brother and I would come home from school and make a platter of tomato sandwiches and take them to the store to take care of the store while my mama took a break because she watched the country store and while Daddy was at his job. And we would take our platter of tomato sandwiches down there, and that's the best way in the world to use tomatoes. You know, like Melissa's looking like she wouldn't eat it for nothing. White bread and mayonnaise and slices of tomatoes and salt and pepper. And that's really good. Have y'all ever had tomato sandwiches up here? Is that a thing further down, where I live?
You mean up in this northern territory?
Tomato sandwiches, they call them mater sandwiches.
Y'all know about mater sandwiches? Hey, Yuko. Do y'all have mater sandwiches in Japan? Or where do y'all live now? Connecticut? Do you have mater sandwiches in Connecticut? Oh, hey, Vet. Jersey Mike's sub sounds good. We do not have a Jersey Mike's here. We've just got Subway. So this is I'm going to open the lid. She's going to fuss at me. But she's cooking vegetable soup, and it's got, where'd you go, Mama? Okay.
I'm breathing.
It's got onions and potatoes and something else.
Cabbage.
And cabbages.
And it's going to have tomatoes.
And it's going to have tomatoes, but she's cooking the raw veggies first. David says mater sandwiches.
Did you ever eat those, whoever you are?
Yeah, he's a good Southern boy. All right, what's doing here? You should grease the pan with her favorite, which is Crisco. Do you guys cook with Crisco? Because, like, I have that little tiny thing in my house, and I've had it for years. But it's not my favorite. But it did make the biscuits fluffy when Mom used it for biscuits the other day.
Yeah, it makes fluffy biscuits.
See if it makes fluffy cornbread. What you doing?
I gotta get this shook around, so.
Oh my. I'm not going to follow her over to there. She is shaking that cornbread mix into my sink, y'all. She is putting it in the kitchen sink. Because I don't know why she's not doing that over the trash can.
Well, if I did, you'd have it on your floor. And
I should have done that for her. It's heavy.
I don't want to break your
Here you go. She's back.
Now,
All right.
see, that gets it distributed. Might stick right there, but maybe not.
So you put a little bit of cornmeal there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it won't stick.
You grease your pans. Of course, everybody knows you grease your pans.
Yeah, you snuck over there and did that without, us thoroughly explaining what's going on.
I thought, if you put your cornbread in a pan and it's not greased, you will have something stuck to the bottom of your pan. Or some people use that spray. You spray out your dough.
Whoops.
I think bacon spray.
Oh, yeah, like Pam.
You probably have some of that, don't you?
I don't have Pam. I've got some.
Coconut stuff.
I've probably got some coconut stuff. Coconut oil is Mama's favorite, isn't it, Mama?
Well, it's all right, but I don't use it very much.
Okay, I wasn't even paying attention to what she was doing.
You pour it in the pan. That's no big deal. You just pour it in the pan. And you put it in
looks
the oven.
fluffy. Okay, Mom, I will put it in the oven for you because that's heavy. I should have picked it up earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's lots of people on here, good people that know about mater sandwiches.
Oh, good.
Say hey to them.
Melissa doesn't like sliced tomatoes very well, though. But I noticed she ate some here, but when she was a little girl, she would not. And y'all probably don't use Duke's mayonnaise, but nobody in North Carolina uses anything but that. Except if it's some other kinds on sale, I get the other kind.
Yeah, I grew up eating mayonnaise sandwiches so much that I can't even look at mayonnaise
You
anymore.
didn't eat tomatoes.
Mayonnaise sandwiches. You don't remember making me?
She didn't put the tomatoes on it. She just liked the mayonnaise.
I didn't like tomatoes, and she forced me to eat one day, and I still remember that. But I can eat the little bitty ones, like these little cute ones. But those big maters, I just can't do it.
See, she calls them maters too. See?
All right, so
Okay, now
how
this
long's
is
that off? Where'd you go, Mama?
right here. You cook it, till it's brown and looks done. Where the edges look like they're coming loose from the pan a little bit. But if you smell it and it's smelling like it's burning, take it out real fast.
And yeah, you're right, Kathy. I need a garbage disposal.
Turn it upside down. Hey, we're not going to throw that away.
Tell my
That's
husband
good.
that. Okay.
Did you want that thrown away?
What are you worried about?
No. Did you mean to put that in the garbage disposal? Or did you mean put this whole soup in the garbage disposal?
What Kathy was talking about was you putting that cornmeal down my sink.
It would just dissolve with water.
Okay.
It's just over 2 tablespoonfuls of it.
You think
If
it
drops
won't
up,
clog my
well,
drain?
It'll be after I leave.
Okay. So are we going to check on the soup?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's boiling.
It's boiling.
Stir it. I guess.
We have some Duke's mayonnaise eating people on here. That's the thing. I remember
Here,
one
y'all
of...
do need to eat. Y'all do have juice mayonnaise up here.
Well, these are some North Carolina people you've got and Virginia people on here. And then there's people all over everywhere else, too. Up north and out west.
Well, I don't own
We're on the internet. You're famous, Mama.
Well, I don't own any of the Duke's mayonnaise stock or anything. It's just in the grocery store.
Look at this big mosquito, Jason.
A mosquito.
Yes.
A mosquito?
Yeah, it was a big one.
That's not a mosquito. It's a thing that eats mosquitoes.
Oh, it must.
You said
There you
there's a
are.
big mosquito in here.
Okay.
Your door's open. That's why the mosquito's in. Do you want me to shut the door?
Yeah. Okay.
Shut the door wide open.
Okay. Well, here's the soup, and we need to get back to it. I think we need to
Okay, we've got to let things cook.
get a move on our cooking show, Mama.
Okay. Well, is your battery about to run out?
Probably. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to pour the tomatoes in now.
Oh, my phone never likes me rotating it. Okay. There she goes. Putting tomatoes in there.
And I think we're going to have more.
I've got another thing of tomatoes. I've got a little box of it. So, hey, Renee, we're making tomato soup, and we're just doing this for fun because we've enjoyed making videos so much since Mom's been here. I'll open that, Mama. But you're going to have to talk to people here.
I can open it.
You don't need to play with that big old knife.
I'm a full-grown lady.
She's butchering that tomato box.
What did you open it so? I never had tomatoes in a box. Are you sure?
I don't know if that's the best way to open that thing. Do y'all ever buy things in boxes like that? I feel like maybe some scissors would have been a better choice, but I'm not judging. Let's see. So, Brenda, I'm sorry you can't eat those sandwiches anymore because there's sugar in the bread. Have you ever made your own bread? Hey, Malia. Hey, Letha. Here we are in the evening. Y'all, the reason why we're doing this in the evening and on the spur of the moment, of course, we always do things on the spur of the moment. Y'all probably were tired of looking at my chin, too. Sorry about that. It's because Mom is going to head back to North Carolina on, I think, Tuesday, and we're feeling kind of sad, and we thought it'd be fun to do another little cooking episode, play around together. And there's lots more people on in the evening because I guess you people are normally working in the daytime, aren't you? I just work throughout the day because I work from home, teaching classes online and selling travel and doing preacher's wife stuff. So we stay busy, but we're really flexible.
I'm going to pour much more tomatoes in.
More tomatoes. All right, so how long will this be on the stove, Mama?
Till it gets done.
Till it gets done. How will we know when it's done?
It'll smell like vegetable soup, and you'll want to eat it.
Okay. So throughout our little cooking shows, there's been this theme that you'll know when it's done, and also that usually the smell is the indicator. So I've learned a lot. I'm glad you guys have joined us. We may do one more maybe on Sunday or Monday.
If you have Melissa has things. Melissa has this thing you put in the bottom of your soup, and it won't boil over.
It looks like the lid of a can, and I have not known why I had it, but she says it'll keep pots from boiling over. As a matter of fact, since she's been here the past 2 months, she's let me know what a lot of the things I have in my kitchen are used for.
We need okra. You don't have any okra, do you?
I have some in the freezer.
Okay, and this one,
Well, you're going to have to just let me get that, Mama.
is it in here?
Yeah, Grandma Betty is a full-grown lady. You tell them what that means.
It means she thinks I can't do anything. I guess I have to sit down here. And somebody bring me my walking stick, please. Wait a minute, I'm not good at holding this. Well,
Did y'all see that? I dropped okra on the floor.
well,
Do you want
don't
me to just put
put
it in this
it was
person?
in a bag. She's not. She just dropped the bag. She didn't drop the actual okra on the floor.
No, I dropped that.
I mean, you didn't drop the okra.
You're showing them the ceiling.
It was in the bag.
The bag was already open, so it's on the floor.
Yes, but leave it down there. Don't eat that. See?
Okay, I'm taking this from Mom. Here, Mom. We might be tired and silly in the evenings.
Okay, then we just pour all this in too. That gives it some green color.
Now, did Grandma Simpson put okra in her vegetable
did more
soup?
than this too.
She did? So we're lacking on the vegetable soup.
We don't have quite enough.
Somebody behind me looked like Andrew.
Where? Andrew,
That boy
right here?
hasn't been in my house in a long time. He is majorly serious about social distancing.
Are you
This is
here,
our
Andrew?
child that lives about 10 minutes away, and he'll come stand on the porch so he's not like breathing in our space or whatever. So anyway, I may go look around and see if Andrew Bender is here
You
or
watch the pot and I'll go look. He's my
okay,
husband.
Grandma's after it. So we've got to watch the pot. So I guess we're going to wait on that to boil. Oh, it's not Andrew, it's Mike Mender. But they kind of look alike.
It wasn't Andrew, it's your husband.
It's just my husband, but he looks
Well,
a
don't
lot
say
like my
it's just my
son.
husband. That don't sound nice.
I have gotten a lot of advice about being a good wife since I've been here.
Yes. Never say it's just my husband.
It turns out my husband's way better than I ever thought he was. Well, Mama, are we going to sign off and come back when the cornbread's done?
Whatever you want to do.
I think that might be wise. They
Hey,
might get tired of
everybody.
us.
Hope y'all all have a good night's rest.
Yeah, we'll pop on and show you the cornbread when it's done, I guess.
We have supper a little late.
Yeah, and now when Andrew sees this, Renee, he'll feel so guilty that he's not coming to visit his...
Well, you won't let him in the house.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Well, we'll pop on when the cornbread's out of the oven, but I wanted you to see Mom. At least tonight. We may do another one, but love you all. Have a good night.
Bye. Come see me in North Carolina.